Hello, my spooky friends. It is Chantel, and welcome back to my spooky library and a new announcement video. Alright guys, so I am coming back at you with a new video, but also another announcement video. So today's announcement video, if you haven't noticed by the title, is going to be my Bootcamp Readathon announcement video. I am so excited to be a part of this readathon, and I want to give a huge shout out to Courtney and thank Courtney for inviting me to be a part of this readathon. I am so excited about it because not only is it a readathon, but it is a fitness-a-thon and, well, a fitness readathon and like a kind of working on yourself type of readathon. So with that, I want to go ahead and get into some of the details. So, Bootcamp Readathon is running from June 1st to June 30th, which usually this readathon, as Courtney has said, runs in January, but this time they wanted to do it in June, but it will start at 12 a.m. EST. This readathon, like I have mentioned, is dedicated to reading, fitness, mindfulness, and community. It is a play on military boot camp combined with reading books. The readathon is entry level to veteran fitness and reading, so anyone can participate. There's no rules other than to have fun and be kind and courteous to everyone in the community and not to stress and just work with what you have and what you can do. And the other only rule is to join the Discord, which will be linked in my description box below. But with that, we don't want you to stress out if you are not familiar with Discord. We don't expect you to be in there every single day, every single hour, every single minute, second, what have you. Just do what you can and don't stress. If you need any help at all, there's Courtney, who is the creator of this readathon, and all of us co-hosts are here to help you, guide you, and motivate you through this readathon. I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into all of our co-hosts. To begin with, we have our drill leader and creator, the lovely Courtney from Tangible Reads. And then we have Alicia from Books and Things with Alicia, Jaleisha from Reading Beyond the Book Cover, our lovely booktube bestie Coda from Coda Means Friend, Nicole from Dusty Book Sniffers, Lachette from Scarlet Moon Creations, Kita from Resistance Book Club, Donna from Donna Marie Reads, Jessie Kiwi from This Kiwi, Dee Dee from Virtues of Books, Atia from Booking It with Atia, my bestie Paula from Family and Books, Kiana from Shekshi Lady, and then the lovely Nell from Nell's Next Chapter. And I wanted to kind of just throw these in here real quick as kind of a topic divider. We do have 3 important hashtags. You can use one, you can use all, but please, if you are making content, we want to be able to share and interact with said content. So we have Bootcamp Readathon and hashtag BC Readathon, as well as hashtag Fitness Readathon. So if you're making like Instagram posts, Facebook posts, YouTube videos, TikTok videos, just kind of use those hashtags so we can find you within the community. Courtney has asked us to provide 2 host favorites, and my 2 picks are going to be Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Row, which is a super easy, super quick, spooky season fall season graphic novel. I picked this because this is one of my all-time favorite reads. I read this every year and during spooky season, but it's so friendly and cozy that I think that it can be read anytime, but it definitely has fall autumnal vibes. Super quick, super easy, and it's a lot of fun, and it's super cute and cozy. So now this one, I want to put a disclaimer for those who may not be too fond of this genre in particular and subgenre, but I have Wicked Revenge by Heather Beale, which is the first book in the Grim River series, I believe, but it is book one in that series, and it is a dark, twisted fairy tale with several triggers. So if you are interested in picking this one up, please do check your trigger warnings. We are here to help you with your mental health, not destroy it. So please check your trigger warnings before going forward with this one. I arc read this book as well as the second book for the release of the second book. And this follows Raina. She has all of these demons that she's following in her head, or fighting in her head, as well as, what is the word? Like, I guess you can say like a stalker who has captured her in the past and has completely degraded and really abused her. So, like, she's constantly on the run, you know, constantly trying to hide until she meets... Hello guys, editing Chantel here. So I'm trying to, in this little part here, explain what is going on as, like, who she met to protect her from her captor. And his name is Alec, and he has like this group that goes and protects people. Anyway, his name is Alec, and he has this group that goes and helps protect her and whatnot. It's a whole thing, so you kind of just have to read it to fully understand. I believe the captor is like the kingpin type person who is like a head of a mafia. I could be wrong. I don't remember exactly. It gives biker vibes, but it's also mafia. So please check your trigger warnings before getting into this, because it is, I mean, granted, the story is beautiful, and by the end of it, you will be in love with the characters and wanting what's best for all of them. That's not really the best description of it. So those are my host Rex / favorites. And then getting into the other co-host favorites. So Alicia has picked Knocking Boots by Willow Winters and The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Lori Gilmore. Jaleisha picked Confessions of an Alleged Good Girl by Joya Joffrey, and All the Lonely People by Mike Gale. Lisette picked Minion by L.A. Banks, and Braiding Sweetgrass by Robin Wall Kimmerer. Kita picked Death of the Author by Nnedi Okorafor, and The Secret World of Maggie Gray by Granger. Nicole picked Fundamentally by Yusaba Yones. Dream Hotel by Lila Lamai. I think I said that author's name wrong. Dee Dee picked Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and A Man Called Ove by Frederick Bachman. Donna picked The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab, and Haunting Adeline by H.D. Carlton. Courtney picked Dark City Omega by Elizabeth Stevens, and An Unkindness of Ghosts by Rivers Solomon. Atia picked Slay by Brittany Morris. And Yinka, Where Is Your Husband by Lizzie Demoli Blackburn. Coda picked On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Vuong, and another Frederick Bachman book, My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry. Kiana picked James by Percival Everett and Indigo by Beverly Jenkins. Jess picked Piranesi by Susanna Clark, and The Whale Rider by Witty Imamera. I'm sorry if I butchered that. My bestie Paula picked Stormfront, which is by Jim Butcher, and The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. And Nell picked Today, Tonight, and Tomorrow by Rachel Lynn Solomon, and The Romantic Agenda by Claire Can. So lots of options to choose from for that specific block in the bingo board. And with that, I'm going to go into the rest of the bingo board. Man, that's hard to say. But I'm going to go into the rest of the bingo board, but I want to give another disclaimer that this bingo board is a blackout bingo board. So if you want to say that you successfully finished Bootcamp Readathon, you have to black out this bingo board. And there is a slight rule for the host pick. If you have read a host pick like before 2024, you have to read it again to be able to count it. But if you read it last year or the beginning of this year, you can count it. But we highly recommend picking another host pick to fill this square of this bingo board. So with that, the other prompts in the bingo board is to visit a library. We would love to see like a b-roll of you going to the library in one of your vlogs, or even just posting some pictures of you kind of gandering around a library. I think that would be fun too. And we have a Discord room specifically for sharing all of the content. So the other prompts are to read a nonfiction, a graphic novel / comic, which my host pick would fit perfectly for. If you don't want to read it for the host favorite, you can read it for that, you know. An LGBTQ representation, try a new recipe, a BIPOC author, support 10 new to you booktubers. So with that, we want you to go and watch, you know, a couple videos per booktuber just to see if you will jive with them and want to watch them regularly. And then if you do jive with them, please make sure you subscribe to their channel and show them all the love. It's always appreciated, and we love to share support with other booktubers in the community. So, and then the middle one is host fave, which, like I said, see the list and the small disclaimer rule for this one in particular. Drink 1 extra cup of water daily. Meditate 5 minutes daily. Book less than 100 pages, a book over 450 pages. Spend time outside, whether you're walking, riding a bike, reading, hanging out with family, you know, post pictures and share it in the Discord or in your B-rolls or what have you. Just make sure we are able to see. Book with blue and green on the cover. This is specifically for the military army representation of this readathon. Buy yourself something new. This can be anything. It can be a book, it can be makeup, self-care product, blanket, clothes, what have you. Kind of show yourself some love and buy yourself something new. Create a 20-minute workout and share it in the Discord. Stretch daily. Read an indie / self-published book. Update Storygraph / Goodreads. If you are not a Storygraph or Goodreads user, we can count you using like a reading journal or like a spreadsheet, just kind of keeping up with what you're reading and making sure you're getting your books read and hitting all of your prompts. So you have kind of a motivator and a log at the same time, if you know what I mean. But like, make sure to clear off your currently reading shelves on Goodreads is what we're basically trying to accomplish here. And then the last prompt on the bingo board is to read a disability representation in a book. So all kinds of fun, not just reading prompts on this bingo board. We have some self-care, we have some workout to kind of help you with some fitness and stuff like that. So yeah, that is pretty much all I have for that. I wanted to kind of touch base with some of the things that you can look forward to during sprints. This is not going to be a 24/7 sprint train type readathon with sprints, but just look for the blue, white, black, and grayish thumbnails, which those will be our sprints and our thumbnails for our announcements as well as TBRs. During the sprints, we are encouraging some sort of physical activity or health related activity. So each host is either, they're gonna like do like their own thing of what they would recommend as a physical activity or a mental health activity. This could be anything between stretching, meditation, sharing some healthy recipes, like I already said stretching, drinking water, making sure you're taking your meds, hitting your daily task wheels. But we're trying to be courteous to those who might not be able to do some of, certain exercises. So we want this to be everybody friendly, if you know what I mean. Books of any type can be used, so graphic, audio, digital, paper, pamphlet, scroll, etc. And you can utilize the same book/activities for up to 2 prompts is allowed. There's no limit on how many times you can do each prompt, but you can only use 1 book per 2 prompts. So like, for instance, I mentioned this when I was going over the bingo board, but Pumpkinheads, you can count for a host fave read as well as a graphic/comic because it is a graphic novel. So that's kind of an example of what I was meaning by that. DNFs do count, but if you want it to count, you have to get to 51% to be able to count it. If you are unsuccessful on getting to the 51% mark, please make sure you restart the prompt with another book. Pics and memes in the Discord are appreciated, like I've said. We do have some graphics that are also provided in the Discord that are like the bingo board or currently reading, TBR graphics, the other one, wrap up graphics, things to kind of help get you through the month. And motivate you. And with that, that's kind of the end of all of the information. If I missed anything, please go check out Courtney's announcement video where she has everything listed, and that video will be down in my description box, as well as all of my other co-hosts in this readathon. So please go follow them and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to make sure you get notified for sprints and other videos coming in the month of June. And with that, we hope that you have fun, and we look forward to you joining us in the month of June for Bootcamp Readathon. And with that, that's all I have. So I will see you in my sprints, comments, or in my next video. Stay spooky, my friends.